you got to stick with it and do your best there. So,
Absolutely.
um, any any funny racing stories or anything like the injuries or anything like that starting out?
Man, a ton of injuries, that's for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
That's a
I had
given.
some bad ones, man, and I've been reflecting on them just here over the last few months as I have, I have a 5-year-old that's just getting into riding, and I'll be honest, dude, it's really starting to mess with my head a little bit. Starting to wonder, what my parents were thinking, and kind of if the motocross side of it is worth it or not. But yeah, I mean, I'll just tell you a few bad ones I had. I was up at Newcomerstown, Ohio for the last ever ride day at Scenic Highlands. And if you've never been there, it was a lot like Muddy Creek. Just a beautiful place, was up really high, beautiful view. This was the last practice day ever, and we were all pushing hard. And I remember getting so tired that day, and it was like one more lap, one more lap, one more lap. And I had told myself one more lap, and I woke up in a helicopter.
Oh shit.
And yeah, man, I
Oh,
broke a couple ribs, punctured a lung, broke my collarbone. Man, I hit the ground so hard my goggle lens popped out and cut my eye open. Luckily, there was a doctor at the track that kind of knew, my lung was collapsed, and they flew me to Akron General, and I spent a week or so there. But I remember I have a couple wrecks like that, and my little brother would be with me, and he would, there's a couple times he wasn't even old enough to drive, but he had to drive to the hospital, just no other choice. So
Yeah.
just some funny stuff like that. And I had a few, I completely tore out my elbow, Loretta's regional in '04. Like I was so mad. I'd got a fourth and a fifth in the first two motos, which was actually good enough to put me in second going into the third moto, and I just had to get a top 12, and I would have been in. And
Yeah.
I hyperextended my elbow and just completely shredded it. And luckily, I didn't have any injuries that are like hampering me too much now, But man, I easily could have.
you're really
Um,
fortunate in that regard.
Yeah, I feel like I am, and I don't know if I want to roll those dice with my kids or not.
Yeah.
Um,